Welcome back to TDE Pod. We got Raaid on this week. We're talking about how well we're doing at locals.
Yeah.
And we're mostly yapping about the Dark Magician new support cards.
Yeah.
And how it wasn't a structure deck, which
Yeah.
we're pretty passionate about. So, let's get into it.
Yeah. Make sure you stick around, watch all the way through. And you guys enjoy this podcast. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And enjoy the pod.
Welcome back to the TDE Pod. We got Raaid back on the show.
What's going on, guys?
How's your week in Yu-Gi-Oh?
It was just one day session of Yu-Gi-Oh. Just with your place here, Matt CS. Almost had it. Almost had my third win, but fucking Mitsurugi, man, that shit's gotta go. Like it's yummy Mitsurugi. I couldn't believe it. Charles got the best of me this time. I was happy. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get my third win, and this guy fucking did everything for Yummy. All the plays, all that he needed to do for Yummy, stopped it. Great. And then he did have Kiri, and I was like, it's all over.
Yeah.
I'm doomed.
Yeah,
Pain.
splashable engines, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
There's no lock. Yeah, that deck needs to get smacked so hard. Prayers needs to get hit, and Happy Kiri needs to get hit, and I think the deck will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum, but three Happy Kiris make it splashable, and it's like a true one card starter.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, but
It doesn't use your normal summon. You can make a rank 4 without normal summoning.
yeah,
That's a whole thing.
it's insane. No, it's besides that though, nothing too crazy. I did pick up the new structure deck for the Chronicles.
Right on, yeah.
Following Valbaz stuff. So I'm gonna cook something up there. I keep it hush hush for right now because it's gonna be heinous. It's gonna be killer. It's gonna be really good.
We are cooking.
Yeah.
We are actually cooking. This
Yeah.
is like, this happens rarely, I think,
Yeah.
but it's one of the funnest things I find in the game. It's like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't just throw the deck together and it was like, what do you think? It's more like, hey, there's a synergy between these two cards, archetypes, playstyles, whatever. And it's like, how can we push this?
Yeah.
So right now it's essentially like there is no document, but it's like shared document where it's just you guys Facebook chat. And it's like, what if then, But hopefully the culmination of it all will be something pretty cool.
Yeah. I hope it is one of those things of like, where do I hit this?
Yeah.
How do I interact?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you do interact, like,
Yeah.
can you still really push? So that's one of the things that we're kind of figuring out. The synergy between the two decks. I mean, obviously we can't give it away. One is Fel and Valbaz, like that branded stuff.
Yeah.
The other half,
That's
it'll
a
be hushed a
for
little
now.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully one day on the channel you'll see the deck profile.
Yeah.
5-0 locals, regionals, maybe. Something.
That'll be pretty crazy, but
We'll
it'll
see
be
what
cool.
happens.
We'll see. And then, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now for this week's Yu-Gi-Oh. How about you?
This week I just played Matsias here. We went X1. I think I also lost to Charles Yummy.
Okay.
Yeah, I beat Andre. Did I play you?
No, we didn't do it. Dallas was your other match. That was like at the end there, because I was playing Charles. You were playing Dallas.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And Dallas was playing Mitsu
Reptile, like a reptile.
Ogdoadic, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I beat Andre and then Dallas and also Charles Mitsu. Same thing. It's just like so much gas.
Yeah.
And I think he was playing like the big 60 card one, if I'm not mistaken.
He's using like a separate engine. That was like, I can't remember what it's called.
Sulfador. Yes.
Sulfador,
Yeah. Like the drift thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's a cool deck though. Like, whatever.
This is layers, man. Just layers.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Today I played at locals. The team had a pretty good locals.
Sick.
Well, at least two of us did.
Okay.
I'm not sure how Andre did.
Who else from the team was there?
It's just me, Andre, Sam.
Okay.
Man. No Deesh. John was hanging out there for a bit. Chad pulled up to hang out for a bit too, but they didn't play. So three of us. Round one, I played against. What did I play against round one? So Lunalight. I think no Memento round one.
Okay.
And I hate this deck.
Okay.
No offense to any Memento players out there. I just find it like it's a deck I have zero interest in.
Yeah.
The concept I think is really cool. It's like all these like normal monsters from Legend of Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
That like the lore behind them is like I ask you to make cards for me,
Yeah.
and you give me 2 images, and I go, okay, I like this one better. It's kind of like what they do now,
Yeah.
where you see all like the concept art, and then sometimes you get like Albaz. There's one art, and then there's the alternate art.
Yeah.
So they were all kind of like alternate arts of monsters we know and love,
Yeah.
and effect monsters at that.
Yeah.
So like twin-headed dragon,
Karibo at that too.
Karibo.
Yeah.
So then when they imported the set from Japan, I believe, and I'm not sure if LOB is the same card list on like OCG, TCG, but essentially there was cards that were like just the alt arts,
Okay.
and they were like, fuck, we just need more cards.
Yeah.
They're all like bad normal monsters. So
Yeah.
like Anguich, or I can't even remember what her real name is, but like Gaddock, which is the Karibo Memento one.
Yeah.
He's like creepy ghost in the attic,
Yeah.
and it's just like a alternate art of Karibo.
Okay.
Normal monster. So it's all those monsters, Memento,
Yeah.
like and just now they actually have effects.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so cool. But the actual deck and playing against it, I just like it does so much.
Yeah.
And all of it, the things it does feel like so trivial.
Yeah.
And then eventually like they just get to a point where it's like, oh yeah, big 5K guy who can negate your stuff and also attacks directly. Okay. Like the one card, the Akihiron or whatever, the weird like sea urchin thing, he like his effect is like, yeah, level 8 memento monsters you control could attack directly.
Okay.
And it's like a 5K to 3K.
Yeah.
It's like fucking
Insane.
game.
Yeah.
You just really have to hand trap the fuck out of it and hit it like kind of in the right spots.
Yeah.
It's just like they don't have like a this is the combo. There's a lot of like circular ways they can like make stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone who's ever played against Memento, there's nothing new to you, but like
Yeah.
it's just like an annoying deck to play against, but it's like good.
Okay.
And obviously it's not suffered any like hits. It used to be able to play Dice Smasher. It doesn't anymore.
Oh, wow.
But
Smash is nuts.
yeah, good deck. I was able to beat it. I 2-0'd the guy. Good
Okay.
player. Nice guy. Whatever. Then I played against Andre round 2. Cooked his ass in 10 minutes or whatever. He opened very poorly both games, so
Okay.
it was kind of a one-off kind of thing. But I played Lunalight.
Yeah.
So one after the other. Maybe with the exception of Christian K9, which I'm well versed in, having played Andre so much. Playing Lunalight, I'm like, I fucking hate playing against Memento and Lunalight.
Yeah.
That's like the worst.
Yeah.
Because
It's not a good
it's like,
feeling.
yeah, you watch a guy combo and you go, I have this one hand trap. Hopefully it resolves.
Yeah.
And both times I was able to push through. I think I went 2-1 with the Lunalight player because he made the fucking guy, and it was just like, okay, I got nothing, man.
Yeah.
That guy in the fucking SP. It was like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So
It's tough.
then that was the first 3 rounds. 4th round, I played against Sam.
Yeah.
At this point, we're both undefeated.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, he's singing the fucking Yugi Joey song the whole time, man. It's so funny. But yeah, it was a really good match. Like
Yeah.
it was a solid match. I've been talking so much shit about like, yo, never lose Draco Tailbeer matches.
Yeah.
Lose to fucking Sam. And then of course after he's like, yeah, I guess rounds 4 and 5, I just had like the easier matchups. I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
yo, fuck yourself. Because we were saying that about his regional
Yeah.
regional matchups. He was like, yeah, I might as well have been playing against Dino Morphia in reference to me. And I was like, fuck you.
Okay.
But it was a fun match. He got it. Then he went on and won.
Different.
I think he's playing against 6 AMs in round 5. The guy was like
Wow.
X1 or whatever.
Oh shit.
I played against Yummy. It was a good match. Was just able to come away with it. Funny enough, the guy used Surprise, Bounce 2. My 2 things on field were a Gulamel and a Nib.
Okay.
So he bounces my Nib.
Yeah.
At this point, he's already summoned 5 times in the turn.
Wow.
And he summons Herald. And I go, activate Nib. Like before I continued my regular play,
Yeah.
activate Nib. So he had to spend the Herald.
Yeah.
So it was essentially useless.
Yeah.
So whatever, my Nib gets negated, and then I go Brand Fusion and just clean up from there.
Yeah.
But,
wow.
So it was a good day. It was a fun day at locals. Yeah, good
Cool.
representation.
Why would he fucking
Yeah,
do
no,
that?
he immediately was like, fuck.
Regretted it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He could have just not done it,
Yeah.
bounced the other thing,
Yeah.
and I would have been in a tighter spot.
Yeah.
Herald, negate, Branded Fusion, or even let it resolve and I banish my own shit. It's
Yeah.
like, it sucks. But yeah, no, he kind of goofed on that one.
Oh, okay.
But
One of those moments.
I think I still, but this is what I wanted to bring up about this. Both, I think maybe not against Andre today, but against Andre at Matias, and against the Yummy player I played against today. Both game 2s, I went first because I lost the first game. I resolved Grizel Prison. Are you familiar with this card?
Yes.
Okay. For anyone who's not, this card reads: if you control a tribute summoned, ritual, or fusion monster, activate this card. Your opponent cannot XYZ or synchro summon until the end of their next turn.
Yes.
This is insane. I was describing it today as the floodgate they forgot.
Yes.
The floodgate time forgot. Even,
Yes. Yeah.
because I read this card, and as elated I was to put it in my Draco Tail deck, like, man, I would have had so much more wins with Voiceless Voice if I knew this card existed then.
Fair enough.
Because, yeah, Skull Guardian flipped this. like against Rizio, I would have won so many more games.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and the guy was, I activated it, and he wasn't familiar with the card. And he goes, to do what? And I just, like, handed it over. I'm like, yo, you're going to want to read this one.
Yes.
He goes, what? I can't synchro? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, then on my turn, he's like, okay, so that's just on my turn, right? I'm like, no.
Until the end of your next
Yeah,
turn.
so activate on his turn. It lasts for his whole turn, my whole turn, then his whole turn.
Yeah.
Now on my next turn, it comes, so what is that? That's turn 2, 3, 4. On turn 5,
Yeah.
he can finally synchro again.
Yeah.
So he tried his best to play through it, so like all credit to him. But there's like no way when you're playing Yummy.
So this affects your opponent only, right?
Your opponent only.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It might even say both players can't synchro,
Okay.
but it doesn't matter in Draco Tail.
Fusion summoning. Sure.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a funny card because like I'm not sure when it actually came out, but it seems like it would come around the time where XYZ and Synchro were like, or at least XYZ was like the new thing.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like rewarding players for playing older strategies,
Yeah.
fusion, ritual, normal summoning. But I've never seen this card even in like a Monarch deck,
Yeah.
which would have made the most sense.
I haven't seen it until you brought it up. I was like, wow, this is even crazy. I did pick up 3 from Brian.
Yeah. I hope it gets hit.
Yeah.
Because as much as it's a good card in my deck, I think it's a bad card
In general.
Yes. Because there's no inverse card of it.
Yeah.
It's one thing like to have Purge and Impulse where it's
Yes.
like very powerful,
Yeah.
lock you out of that thing.
Yeah.
This is just like very powerful, lock them out of their thing.
Yeah.
But there's no drawback for me
Yes.
playing a fusion strategy.
Yeah.
So
There's nothing for like fusion and rituals. For
and
that.
and they don't have a card that says the inverse. If you control a single monster, your opponent can't fuse.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it could exist, but
Yeah.
as far as I know, there's no opposite to Grizel
Yeah.
Prison. So it feels a little.
It's pretty busted.
Yeah.
Given that like if you are running branded or you're running your deck and this is fusion focused.
You can play it in Mitsurugi.
Yes.
That
That's
sucks.
even worse.
That sucks.
It's even you already can't make a board basically.
Yeah.
The board gets killed anyways.
It is crazy though, like, and this is another reason why I love the game. Is like, it's cards like this, very much so, and I've talked about this a bunch. Like, Vanity's Emptiness.
Yeah.
It's like I was playing competitively at a time where I saw the resurgence of Vanity's Emptiness, which is a continuous trap. Like you probably wouldn't even, you've never experienced this card.
No.
All it says is neither player can special summon.
Okay. Is it
Continuous
trap?
trap? Yeah, continuous
Oh,
trap.
okay. I'm thinking like the monster, but there's only Majesty and
It's part of that archetype.
Okay.
Yeah, they all lock you out of summoning.
Okay.
This is just the continuous trap. And it says when a card goes from your field to the graveyard, destroy this card. So the reason why it's crazy,
Yeah.
or at least the reason why it was said to be balanced at the time, was that they could just MST something else in your back row, and now they've taken away whatever they MST'd plus the Vanity's Emptiness.
Yeah.
However, that works two-sided. I can flip it on your turn. If you don't have an out, it passes back to my turn. You don't get a special.
Yeah.
Then I just MST your back row.
Yeah.
And now it's gone for me. I can continue special summoning.
Yes.
So it's a bad card. It's a dumb card. It's like the Gin Lock. It's like anything that it's Pachycephalus. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's card that just straight up say you can't special are like should have at least a lot of should
be
require
Yeah.
or drawback, whatever. But there was a whole point in time from the release of that card to when it was actually played competitively that people read it was pack filler, people didn't play it. It came with like innovation. Oh, what if I tested this card? Oh, this is crazy. And then everyone was like, oh yeah, that is crazy. We should all go digging through our common boxes to find this rare from whatever 2010. This card feels very much like that.
Yeah.
It's a thrust target.
Yeah.
Not a continuous. So like you don't actually have to draw it. You can thrust into it and then just lock your opponent out of their strategy.
Yeah.
The only thing is like you do have to have one of those monsters on board.
Yeah.
But in this current meta game, that's not an issue.
What do you mean you have to have one of those monsters?
You have to have a ritual fusion or tribute summon monster.
You have to have it first.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
You have to control it to activate the card.
Okay.
So, but even if you pop it it doesn't check on resolution. It
Yeah.
checks on activation. So you still lock them out of the game.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So it's definitely gonna get hit, and until it does, I'll continue playing it. I don't know if they do a second emergency ban list, and I don't think it's like so crazy
Yeah.
that it's gonna warrant that, but it is a pretty dumb card.
Yeah. It is. So one like under the radar, right?
Yeah.
It's like people forgot about it.
That's the thing. It's like it's been around so long.
Yeah.
And it's just like
And I'm surprised that it just didn't like have a weird, just like it keeps in people's
Yeah.
back of their mind almost.
yeah.
Especially when branded was like a basically fully fusion deck
Yeah,
against
tier
like other
2, like
metas.
I'm gonna look it up when this card actually came out, because I can't see a good reason why it hasn't been played before.
Yeah, because when branded, like at the height of it, should have been able to like play no problem, as this was all fusions. So when you're playing against like, what else? I don't know. Like Snake Eyes was.
You
lots
guys
of
like
links,
Link, yeah, mostly
so
Link.
wouldn't have done much there. Ubel's fusions, anyways. Tempai would have just fucked Tempai.
Fusion Enforcers. When did this set come out? Fusion Enforcers. I've never even heard of this set. But yeah, anyway, just like a dumb card.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like the cool thing about being a Yu-Gi-Oh player is people are always going to try to find something to break.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be some sort of toxic. Like if you can find a toxic thing to do, you're gonna play it, right, and do it. And it's all meta relevant. There's gonna be cards that we're using now that's not gonna see play for like a decade. And we're gonna be like, oh yeah, we could like run Ash again.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everyone's
Fusion Enforcers and Shadow Specters. So maybe I'm wrong with my assumption that it came out during that specific
Period.
era, but yeah. At any rate, yeah, 2013. So
Oh yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
around that era.
yeah.
There was no links. And XZ would have been the newest.
That card's been around so long.
Over a decade, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 15 years.
Like, yeah, 13. Yeah. So it's crazy that it's never seen play, but surely and hopefully it gets banned, because
Yeah.
if I was playing a synchro or XYZ strategy, I'd just be pissed. It's the barrier, but worse.
Yeah, and it specifically targets two types.
They also can't activate their effects. I should have
Yeah.
mentioned that. Yeah.
Okay.
So if they have a board with synchros or XYZs, they can't activate.
They can only chain to it though.
They can chain to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, it's still gonna hurt them.
Yeah,
Regardless.
but like if you're playing into
Yummy.
a yummy board and you activate it, they can tag out,
Yeah.
but then
Then what?
do what with them?
Yeah. Nothing.
Like cookie pop one. Like,
Yeah.
Sure, all right. But yeah, So I guess that was the week in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I have nothing more to add to that. I will finally be posting matches, from this week's Mats CS.
Okay.
Those should go up soon. And there's some good games. There's a lot of banter in this
Yeah.
week. So
Yeah.
we were on one. But yeah. So you said you picked up the branded structures.
Yes.
There's a couple new cards in that, but we
Yeah.
did get an announcement for some new cards that some we knew about.
Yes.
Some, with the imports from the OCG, we never know when things are going to come out if it's not a 1-to-1 set.
Yes.
So we're finally getting Dark Magician support.
Yes.
As a Dark Magician player, what are your feelings?
A couple things.
'Kay.
So one, we didn't know when it was coming.
Right.
I anticipated it would come out around when Blue West came out.
Sure.
Which was like February. But I also thought it was gonna get the same treatment Blue West got.
Structure
Structure
decks.
decks.
Yeah.
It's like cool, easy to get. Unfortunately, it's gonna be in a set called Maze of Meritos.
Games of Muertos.
Yeah. So like the Maze of Millennia, those kind of.
yes, that
end of
series
year,
of product,
basically.
Yeah.
Well, I think it comes out in February, anyways. Actually.
It does. Yeah.
So regardless, so yeah, it comes out in February. It's gonna be a box set. So now I have to pull these Dark Magician cards. And since they are Dark Magician cards, the shitty thing is they're gonna be up.
They're gonna be
up
secrets,
price.
yeah.
So they're secrets. But even the price of them might just be higher.
Yeah,
Right.
collector,
Like,
yeah.
Just because it's Dark Magician, it's always gonna be higher, expensive cards. So if you're also watching this and you want to max out your Dark Magician deck, make sure you do it now because
Now.
people are gonna make that Magician Souls fucking like $80 pop because they did that with Sage when it was a secret rare. They made it like $30 a pop. So make sure you guys get on that ASAP.
Yep.
That being said, though, yeah, a lot of the cards that are in that set, all the new support for it, the 2 or 3 fusions are in there. The Gaze of Tamize is in there. There's also hero support, which is cool, like more masked hero stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what the masked hero build can look like now. as that deck is not so bad. Like it's hero is tough because there's so many different avenues with that, and it's never always like most optimal. But there's always people that just kind of cook with it. There's always the fans that play with hero cards. You know, striker. You know, they always try to make that like live. And then there's some other cards that are also in that set that I haven't really looked into too much. But the Dark Magician one is the one like the stuff that I'm more focused on. Wondering how I'm gonna mix that with branded, or just any kind of other build that I might want to like synergize it with.
Yeah.
Even Shining Sarcophagus could be a good matchup. Who knows? As there's a lot of spells that get activated in Shining Sarc, and you will have the Dark Magician,
that
Black
one.
Magic,
Yeah.
or even the DMG as well on board because it's a level 6 or higher Dark spellcaster that you can ban it. So after you've used DMG's effect,
Yeah.
there's level to it. I'm putting this together right now. So it's,
No.
it's
Yeah.
good.
I picked up those cards because
yeah,
when the Magician of Destruction first got announced in
Yeah.
the OCG, it was kind of like, yo, cool.
Yeah.
A good Dark Magician card.
yeah.
So that
So
figuring out everything that can work with it.
Yeah.
I guess like I want to go back to something you said, comparing this to Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Say you're John Konami.
Okay.
How can you justify this, not putting it out as a structure deck, given the success of Blue Eyes?
The only justification I can give it is that it's like the fan base prefers Blue Eyes more. Like there's more fans on the Blue Eye side than on the Dark Magician side.
You think so?
I do think so.
Wow. I
Yeah.
find that hard to believe.
Yeah,
To
I
be
think
honest.
because of the iconic look of Blood. I know Dark Magician's iconic. Like it's,
Yeah.
but that also goes with Red Eyes. It goes with the God cards. But
Yeah.
Blue Eyes just gets the most support between the two that
Yeah.
I've seen. There's a they get a lot of support. Don't get me wrong, but we've also got a Blue Eye structure deck a decade ago.
Mhm.
I don't think we got a Dark Magician
No,
structure
there
deck,
was never.
right? And they just got support cards. If
There was
anything,
like the Yugi Reloaded or whatever.
Kaiba also got a reloaded.
That's right, yeah.
And then there's the Legendary Collection Yugi World.
Yeah.
I think Kaiba also
Yeah.
got that similarly as well.
Same Joey, yeah.
So it's like it's one of those things where Blue Eyes clearly might have the edge because it might be more fan service.
Yeah.
It always had it had its own box, like a Legend of Blue Eyes.
Yep.
Invasion of Chaos did not count because it's more like Chaos, like the Blackluster,
Yeah.
whatever. But there wasn't like a Dark Magician set, which would have been pretty cool. But we never like got like Dark Magician really never got that love. There's like here's Dark Magician.
That's
stuff.
so interesting because like when I think of like the nostalgia of Blue Eyes,
Yeah.
like as a selling factor,
Yeah.
in my head, Dark Magician has always been like I'm just a Dark Magician guy.
Yeah.
Like I didn't pick up Blue Eyes because like I picked up the structures,
Yeah.
just because I thought it was good to have.
Yes.
I never ended up playing it, and I don't think I ever would.
Yeah.
Just because like if I was the bad guy, kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, no, that is completely valid though, right? It's like
Yeah.
I get it because like Yugi is the main character and Dark Magician should be the light. It's I see it the exact same way.
yeah.
But with the way Konami's presented Blue Eyes,
Yeah.
it's always been the fan service card.
Yeah.
It's DMG that gets the profitable side, not really Dark Magician. In
I wonder if we
comparison,
like pulled people on the streets who don't play the game.
I feel like if you pulled people and they show them both cards, they might not even remember the name and they still know where they're from.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is like in Yu-Gi-Oh, the profitable card for Dark Magician tends to be DMG. It's
Sure.
just waifu tax, right? Dark Magician not so much.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
Blue Eyes is just Blue Eyes. It's just a legendary dragon that's super powerful. It's like it's the strongest like normal monster. Basically,
Yeah.
right? So I think that's where it usually takes the edge. Now, when it comes to like justifying why it doesn't get a structure deck compared to Blue Eyes, it's because of that. Like Blue Eyes is more likely to sell.
Yeah.
But I am not
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
Dark Magician would not sell. I think it would sell just as well.
I
if
think it
not
would
better.
sell better, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it, like you said, it hasn't got one.
Yeah, I
Right.
think that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It hasn't
so
got one.
it's like apples to oranges
Yeah.
because it's like, yeah, well, Dark Magician won't do as well as Blue Eyes.
Mhm.
Now, the only thing I can think of is that these cards aren't as powerful as the Blue Eyes ones, relatively.
Yes.
Like, the Blue Eyes cards made Blue Eyes a meta viable deck
Yes.
and a tournament winning deck again.
Yes.
I don't know if that'll do this for Dark Magician on a wide scale,
Yes.
but some of what we've seen from one of the most recent YCSs in Japan,
Yeah.
I
The
believe
top
it's Japan.
8.
Yeah, top 8. Full Dark Magician Primite build.
Yeah. Which I mean,
Awesome.
kind of expected. Like everyone thought when we saw new Dark Magician support, it was fair to say there's going to be a Primite mix
Mhm.
because of how well Blue Eyes did with the Primite stuff. Now you again like Dark Magician men's. I think if it can play with other archetypes better because you don't need as much of a package for the Dark Magician.
Yeah,
Whereas
okay.
the Blue Eyes, it like Sage goes to Maiden, Maiden goes to True Light goes to Wishes, and then you also need the Link one.
Yeah.
Dark Magician you can get by with like Dark Magician, Illusion of Chaos, and like Soul Servant
Sure.
and Magician Souls. Like those 4 cards in itself, you can get by as like a package.
Sure.
So get your Dark Magician in rotation.
Yeah.
And as long as you have it in hand, it doesn't really matter because then you just use everything else.
Right.
And then if you have the branded stuff, you can just throw Brand Fusion and you just send. You just
Sure.
send it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Whereas you Blue Eyes, and then you get out Dragoon through branded route.
Yeah, and Dragoon's a much better card than Ultimate Spirit Dragon.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then you can't get the Ultimate Spirit Dragon through the branded stuff unless you do like a weird like tuner with the tuners and synchro summoning. But you're just like, I guess you could use like Cartesia and Blue Eyes and a 12.
Cartesia, it's 2 tuners for Ultimate Spirit.
I think it's like a tuner and like a dragon.
So you could do Cartesia, Ecclesia, the Incredible.
Yeah.
And then a 4, so
Yeah.
Robe or Rod or whatever.
Because then but it's also just awkward and weird doing it that way because you're just spending a lot of resources. With like Dark Magician's a little bit easier to go into like Dragoon through the brand stuff.
Yeah.
So again, that's why with Dark Magician it's a little bit different. But like Blue Eyes, you just need a whole bunch of stuff. That's why it's harder to mix with other engines.
Yeah.
I know people are doing Invoked, Red Eyes, whatever, but those packages were a lot smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was pretty expected though that I was gonna get the Primite stuff. I mean, just how Primite recurs and it works. It's a dragon.
You're playing normal monsters anyways. Yeah.
Exactly. And then you have the dragon,
Yeah.
Ether Barrel, which you can now use with Primite Fusion probably. I think it's not a Primite lock, like Primite Fusion lock.
I have to reread it.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure.
can't remember.
Yeah.
If the Primite Fusion card doesn't lock you to Primite, like the Primite Fusion monster, then you because I think you just shuffle back the materials like you would with Ultimate Fusion.
Right.
So if you're just shuffling back Ether Barrel and you're shuffling or Imperial Dragon and you shuffle back Dark Magician, then boom, you just have Dark Magician Dragoon on board now, right?
Yeah.
And then now you have, but even the Dark Magician Secrets of Dark Magic, that spell, quick play spell, generic fusion with a Dark Magician as material, that also now leads you into another like fusion route.
Yeah, you're right. By the way, fusion summon 1 dragon fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling its materials from your field, graveyard, and/or banishment into the deck, including a normal monster.
Okay, Dragoon is a spellcaster.
Yep.
So you can't get Dragoon, but you can get Dark Magician's Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
The nice thing about that one is his effect protects your back row.
What are the materials for the new Tamayas?
It's probably Dark Magician and a Dragon type. I would assume it's probably very like open.
I'll just pull it up.
But Dark Magician the Dragon Knight is like a 1 dragon, 1 Dark Magician, and it does protect your back row. And the nice thing is when you had Eternal Soul on board, you basically protected each other because its name was also considered Dark Magician. So Eternal Soul protects Dark Magician, and then that Dragon fusion protects your back row. So your Eternal Soul doesn't get popped unless they run over that dragon, which is a really nice combo to do, but it's just hard to do because it's slow. But now it can make Eternal Soul less crappy if you can easily make that dragon. Because typically your first fusion monster you go for in Dark Magician is your Dragoon.
Yeah.
Because it's a spellcaster, you can't use Primate Fusion for it. But you can go Dragoon later on with a different effect with like the D mod. And then I think I don't know if it was D mod or the other fusion that lets you set a Dark Magician spell or trap card.
I believe it's D-mod, yeah.
And then if it is D mod, then from there you can set
Gaze?
not Gaze. Well, Gaze probably, but the other like the Secrets of Dark Magic, which is a quick play fusion card.
Yes.
So you set that, and then that will get you your Dragoon, and then Primate Fusion will get you the back row protection.
Sure.
And then now you have Eternal Soul with that. And if you get Dark Magical Circle, having Dark Magical Circle, your Eternal Soul, and like a Dark Magician, which is that Dragon fusion, in rotation, you have a board that's like insane because your back row is protected. Your Dark Magician monster is protected, and then every time you bring back a Dark Magician, that monster also counts.
The D-mod, right?
No, not D-mod. Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be dark, but it has to be Dark Magician engraved too if it says that. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight I think is also Dark Magician engraved.
Right,
so if you bring that back, you can now get the banish off it, and you protect your board.
Yeah.
So it's really really nice if you can get that in rotation. It's cool because then it makes that dragon now like a tyrant, where it's like a usable fusion monster. So not just the Omni Negate where you go for Dragon, but now you have like another monster that's like an addition to that. So it's really nice. So at first when these cards got announced, it was underwhelming. I was like, this is not a lot. There's not a lot of cards. So for a structure deck, I saw it being like not enough, and that could be the other reason.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough cards. I think they could have added more to then make it a structure deck, but it wasn't enough cards like support. I think it was like 4 cards they're adding, right?
Yeah.
2 fusions, gaze, and the trap card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 4 cards, I think in Blue Eyes it got like 5 or 6 cards.
Wishes,
Maiden,
Majesty, Roar, Maiden,
Spirit,
Spirit,
5,
Spirit, and Ultimate Spirit.
and
6.
Ultimate Spirit. Yeah. So 6 cards, right? And then Dark Magician.
Oh,
gets
and
4.
Neo Kaiser 7.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's quite a bit. That's like,
That is quite a bit. Yeah.
yeah, like that's a list of like its own.
Yeah, I like because I don't believe the Blue Eyes cards in the OCG were part of the tactical try.
Okay.
So maybe it's as simple as that is anything that gets released is in those because tactical tries the 3 decks.
Yeah.
So there's Cyber Dragon. The first wave was Cyber Dragon, Evil Twin, and Eldritch, I believe.
Okay.
Those are the ones that got the alt art. So
Yeah.
the what is it? The Lightning Storm alt art is a Cyber Dragon card.
Okay.
Extravagance is a Eldritch one, and then Live Twin is called by, I think.
Yes, called.
Yeah. So those 3 decks.
Yeah.
Then they got imported in. I can't remember which set it was, but it wasn't like they obviously weren't structure decks. They were in.
A Red Collection.
Was it? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
At least called by was for sure in the Red Collection.
Yeah.
Lightning Storm. Yeah. Also a Red Collection.
Yeah.
And what was the Eldritch one?
It's Extravagance.
Okay.
Yeah. At least those alt arts were in rarity for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe all the cards, like all the. But yeah, you know what? No, Secret Password was in there. Maybe it was.
Yeah.
It was that either that or like Aelin,
Okay.
where those like the new cards actually came out.
Yeah.
So maybe it's as simple as that, and that product they import as Maze as whatever, right? And that's fine. And maybe I think the Chronicles deck, like we spoke about it last week on the pod, was fun. I think it's one of the best products they've ever put out.
Yeah.
It would have been nice though to see Dark Magician get the same treatment as Blue
100%.
Eyes. But
I was when I saw that it was in a set, I was
Yeah.
actually upset. I was like, now I have to chase these cards.
yeah,
So it is shitty. I agree because Dark Magician is one of those cards where it does not need to be in a set. Like if you're gonna give it support after however many years,
that's the
it's
thing,
not like a
yeah.
1 card drop, right? Like Master of Chaos was a drop in its own set. I think it had like a set with it. It was a
its
cover
image,
card,
yeah,
right?
Right.
Mage, yeah, same idea, whatever. Like if it's a 1-2 cards, whatever, and I'm sure we'll see that in like later sets next year. I'm sure it'll get like additional support. However, when you're adding like 4 or 5 cards as support for our whole archetype for Dark Magician, you may as well just give us a structure deck, especially since you guys have been good with it recently.
Yeah.
They did it with Red Dragon Archfiend, they did it with Blue Eyes,
Yeah.
they did it with Fallen Valdogs.
Yeah.
They've been pretty good with the structure decks.
And we used to get a lot more structure decks. Like
Yeah.
it was 2 or 3 a year. Now they've kind of scaled it back to like 1.
Yeah. This would have been a great way to put in Impulse,
Yeah.
a reprint Impulse
Impulse. Oh, crazy.
for Dark Magician. So it would
yeah,
have
I
been a
guess
really good opportunity.
we're getting 2 now because Blue Eyes came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would have been.
Yeah.
It would have been a cool product. Plus, yeah, I'll just echo what you said. Like chasing after these cards is really annoying.
Yeah.
Because Demod's going to be secret.
Yeah.
And
the Starlight's gonna be crazy.
so it's
I'm
gonna be
gonna want the
$60
Starlight
at least.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. So I don't know that if it was a structure deck, I think it'd just be like I would feel so much better about it because then I know I could like fuck around with it and like it's worth trying weird builds because I can go pick the whole shit up for $60.
Yeah.
Now, maybe being 200 for everything.
Yeah.
Especially if it's good.
Yeah.
Then the price is just gonna go way up.
Yeah.
Am I going to spend that money? And the shitty thing too is like, I understand printing things to make more money in sets, especially when they have a collector's tag on them, because it encourages people to buy more product to get those Starlights, to get the secrets, whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, Maze of Muertos doesn't appeal to collectors.
No. Those Maze decks typically don't. They're reprint sets for the most part. For me, it makes more sense that you would put the Starlight Demod as one of the high rarity foils you can get in a structure deck. Yes.
Like
the promo.
Yeah, because then everybody who plays this game is going to buy 3.
Yeah.
Collectors can buy however many they want to.
Yeah.
And then those cards are in the market. They're circulating. People are this is the same thing that's happening with Magic right now. Like we see people trying to upgrade to Secrets or Starlights.
Yeah.
And everybody who plays the games bought 3 of these.
Yeah.
I think everybody in our group, maybe with the exception of like Andre and Charles, bought 3 of these.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like one of those ones, but maybe that's just the boomer in me being like, why give me free Dark Magician cards.
No, I agree because I do think that like when I looked at both going back into the game,
Yeah.
looking at both Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, I always found that Dark Magician had less support.
Yeah.
Or it was like looked after less. It always got shafted.
Yeah.
The trap card even in itself, Eternal Soul versus True Light. Eternal Soul just has to leave the board in any way.
Yeah.
And it pops your board.
Yeah.
True Light just has to go to the grave. So if they banish, it's like, oh, okay, I'm still okay.
Yeah.
Bounces to hand, oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
But you do anything to Eternal Soul, it's done.
Yeah.
And that's why it sucks. So it's like it just kind of gets the shit end of it. The consistency of it too is also slower. Than like if you do a pure Dark Magician, like now with the new support, if you do a pure Dark Magician versus a pure Blue Eyes, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Unless you have like
absolutely.
the impulse. But that's not even pure Dark Magician.
No.
It's just like a trap card that works with Dark.
Well, now it's hard to because like when you say pure Blue Eyes, I'm thinking like everything that came in the structure deck.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There's no comparison.
Exactly.
Because there's no structure deck.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, but let's say full power. Right.
Yeah. So
say these new cards come out.
Yeah. But you give it like the appropriate support that you would give. So you do give like the Selena. You give it or the Celine. Sorry.
Oh yeah, like
you
you're
give it
buying the
Artemis.
cards.
Yeah. So then
okay,
you can
sure.
give it like. You probably put like a cross sheep in there, BLS if you really wanted to.
Sure.
To even give it that extra push. And then you have your Dragoon and those like staple fusions.
Sure.
I still don't think that you're pushing through a Blue Eyes board unless you get the Dragoon on board.
You know the best way to find out. So we should do a match.
Yeah, and that'll be really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll definitely do a match when we find.
But you see, think of the content.
Yeah.
Blue Eyes structure deck versus Dark Magician
Exactly.
structure deck.
There's so much that can be done. The thing is that maybe it's because they need to like. I guess if I'm John Konami, I need to justify it. Don't put Dark Magician stuff in this. The set's not making money. They probably just know that this is Maze shit. Because I think Ubel also got like some cards in the like the Maze stuff. And a couple years ago, or is there some archetype?
They were in Battles of Legends, so same size as Magia. They got
Okay.
the Phantom of Ubel.
Oh no, but it was like I thought other Ubel cards. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think they were mostly main size of because they got the cover cards for Legacy of Destruction.
Yeah.
No, that was
Phantom
Gandor. Phantom Nightmare. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
talking about,
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess not. I know there's. I thought there was something.
But maybe.
But if
maybe.
not, regardless, it just had to. Maybe there's just a way for them to sell it. But like, if it was sold a lot more,
I feel like they would have.
because like, so a box is like in Canada is like $90,
Sure.
right? And then you buy 3 structure decks, $60.
Sure.
Yes, that's $30 difference.
Yeah.
But I will buy 3 of the structure decks.
That's the
Right.
big, like Stefan and I talked about this last week. That's the biggest thing.
Yes.
Right.
Like you will get $60 out of me.
Yeah.
You may not get $90 out of me because I'm just gonna buy the card
From
singles.
Joe Blow, so you're not making money on this at all.
Exactly. So the $60 I'm getting that card for that should have gone to the structure decks.
Mhm.
I'm buying one individual card from this person.
Like
Now
how
they just
many
made money.
Ruxins are there in our game anymore?
Yeah.
I'm talking like whales.
Yes.
Who just buy these things because they're collectors. They
Yes.
love collecting it,
Yes.
and there's a monetary gain for them, right? And you could watch his videos too. That guy Ruxin 34 specifically. He like explains his process of like buying sets, listing things at the cheapest amount he can to make the most money he can on release.
Yeah.
And keeping the collector's cards because that's his passion,
Yes.
right? So he's crunched these numbers,
Yeah.
right? So maybe a set like this for him is one of those things like pretty good.
Yeah.
Reprints. So whatever reprints they decide go in here. It could be a random Perulia type card.
Yeah.
But with the exception of that, it's like, is this one of those, like, you're going to want these Dark Magician cards. You're going to want them in the highest rarity if you're a collector.
Yeah.
Is this set, the rest of what's in the set, worth it?
Yes.
With Battles of Legend, even though those archetypes, like, didn't see the most play, there was still the Ubel, which was dominant meta strategy at that time.
Yeah.
There's the Ice Barrier cards, which on release had pretty high value. A lot of them have retained some of that value.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of them have dropped too. I can't remember the other archetypes in that set. But regardless, the Maze sets, for me, always feel like those sets, like, I'm going to skip that one.
Yes.
Like, I know I'm not going to get a Perulia.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try.
Yes.
I'm not buying a box of this.
Yeah.
That's for, the whales and the distributors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe this is their attempt at changing and trying to rewrite the narrative on these sets.
Yeah.
But I don't know. These sets kind of always feel bad for me because they're so inferior to something like a Battles of Legend set.
Yeah.
Where everything's hollowed.
Yeah.
These are like everything's rare.
Yeah.
And rare is the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not good.
It's the worst rarity. So it's rare and like one foil and you know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of, even if you buy product and it's all rares, like, it feels so bad, man.
Yeah. I agree.
Almost rather have commons.
Yeah, honestly, because
Yeah.
just the letter foiling is just kind of cheap waste.
So yeah,
Like just wasting material in my opinion. Just give us common, go ultra rare,
it's trauma too.
or
from,
super rare
like,
at least, I guess. Yeah.
playing back in the day before they changed their rarity ratios,
Yeah.
or like you didn't always get a super in a pack. Sometimes it was literally just a rare.
Yeah.
And it was like the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Because it's like you know got your prize packs and you get 4 rares.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? What did I do to deserve this
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So anytime I see rares, I'm kind of like, especially when it's like even like the Justice Hunters, those kind of sets, those rares and those, like, they just kind of piss me off. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I could have pulled a super version of this.
Let's see if I can find like the new cards, because I do think that like they're not all going to be secrets. I don't think. I do think that some of them will, like the D mod will be secret. I think the new Tomi's Fusion might be a secret. But then even an Ultra, even like that, I feel like one of the Dark Magician cards will be a secret. Everything else will be like Ultras or Supers or just commons.
Yeah.
Like the Gaze, I could see being an Ultra.
Gaze I could see is common.
Okay.
I could see, just like I could picture it in my mind
Yeah.
as a common.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What's like the K2 and Raaid? Just Ultras?
They were supers.
They're Supers. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So even Super,
Yeah.
a Super, like a very easy Super to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're gonna make it like a chase card. That's the thing, and that could just be the Starlights too, or the Collector. Because I guess Collector is back, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Collectors rare of these cards would be very cool. Like I would like to have them.
Yeah.
But I would not pay for them.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the market for me. 'Cause I definitely would like to get Starlights if they're available, just to go with like the QCR stuff that I have.
Yeah.
However, if it's gonna cost me like $200 like for a D mod, yeah, I'm just gonna wait till I'll maybe get the collector version or just like keep the secret, you know, because like there's a certain point where I'm just like, I'm not doing that. But yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at with this upcoming set. Dark Magician should have gone in structure deck.
Yes.
It should have. It would have been a perfect way to throw in Impulse for the sake of it, giving us maybe some other really good hand trap as well, and then just giving it the love that it should have gotten like years ago. To have a blue eye structure deck, not a Dark Magician one to rival it, it's just it's just a shot in the foot. Anytime they come out, like these structure decks should almost come out together.
Yes.
In pairs because
I
of the
want to
rivalry.
say they've done that before.
I mean, maybe not since like the 2002, but they had the starter deck Joey, Yugi, Pegasus. But these structure decks should always, like, when they get the retrains, they should be treated as such from back then. You know what I mean? You should have a new structure deck like Yugi, structure deck Kaiba, essentially. But in regards to just like Dark Magician or Blue Eyes, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's essentially what they did in the OCG. But there was it was the structure deck Yugi Reload, whatever had the, you know, the tablet art of Dark Magician.
yes,
So where it came as an ulti. Yeah, in those, and then there was a Blue Eyes one that also came as ulti.
that was a structure deck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Terrible art.
Yes, I don't like that art. I think it's the worst art ever.
Yeah.
I don't like the tablet ones. It's terrible.
It's like so.
The design too, 'cause they have that same Blue Eyes dragon,
Yeah.
but with the planet Earth behind it.
Yes.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way the Blue Eyes is like
Positioned,
positioned. I don't think it's good.
Yeah. I don't know. They don't do it for me.
Yeah.
I would like Eternal Soul and True Light.
Yeah.
If those were just monster cards, like that art, that'd be so raw.
Like their tablet.
Yeah, literally just the tablet art.
Yeah. Okay.
As a monster card.
That would be fine.
Full image, no background.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick.
I'd be totally okay with that.
Yeah.
Odds even like that.
See, that's why double structure deck.
Yeah.
Yo, this 5Ds thing, right?
Yeah.
3 decks in one.
Yeah.
Scrap it. Blue Eyes,
And
Dark Magician,
Red Eyes even.
in what? Maybe even Red Eyes.
Yeah.
Why not? All new support, all in one thing.
Yeah.
Sells 100%.
Yeah.
Even more than 100%. Like the actual metrics, like 10,000% better than 5Ds. Because you gotta think about it too. Like, and maybe this is boomer talk, right? When I think Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm thinking Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Joey.
Yeah.
Not even Red Eyes, just Joey.
Yeah. Or gods too, like Zodiac, like
Type
the
shit.
nostalgia, straight up.
Right. Look how poorly the God cards structure decks sold. Because they were bad.
Okay.
They had 1 or 2 good reprints, but they were bad structure decks. They're not meta strategies.
Okay.
Look how well Blue Eyes sold.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yes.
Had great support cards, was a meta viable strategy.
Yes.
Right? These 5Ds ones, there's a little bit of meta viability. There's some good reprints.
Yeah.
But the name recognition isn't there as much.
No.
It's there for Yu-Gi-Oh players, but
Yes.
it's not there for Yu-Gi-Oh fans as much.
Yes.
Because at least from my perspective, not every, like, of course, not everybody who grew up with dual monsters,
Yeah.
made it to Jex,
Yeah.
and even less people made it to 5Ds,
Yeah,
right?
5Ds is like the tail end, and that's like, if you were watching like YTV at the time.
Yes, and it's like you have to be a fan. Like those shows are just not as popular, just hands down.
Yeah.
Now there's people who are younger than you and I who 5Ds is the one they grew up with, say,
That's
or
very
GX. I've
Yeah.
seen like I hear a lot.
Yeah.
Even Zexal, right? Sure, but and the decks that were played in that era have become like synonymous with advanced format Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yeah.
things like Black Wings,
Yeah.
even Stardust Dragon, whatever, those strategies, Junks and Crawl and blah blah blah. But not to the point of Dark Magician.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it feels so weird to me that they're like, let's do this. But I guess to be fair, they already put out a Kaiba, Yugi, Joey,
Yeah.
legendary deck
Yeah.
set, and I'm not sure
So
that
it's
like
supposed to
I
follow
bought
that.
it, but
That's crazy because they skipped GX, I think, altogether.
I
Though,
think so. Yeah,
which is kind of nuts because GX also would have done better if you did like the hero.
I can tell you decks that exist from GX.
Yeah.
I can't tell you who played them.
Yeah,
I don't know these guys' names. I never watched the show.
Yeah, I know. I could tell you a couple names, but I just won't remember very much. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know. There still would have been some cool ones. So like the Destiny hero, you could have Cyber Dragon, and you could have had like
Crystal
Element,
Beast
like
or something.
Crystal Beast, or like
Yeah.
Neo Spacian
Yeah.
/ Elemental Hero. Like that could have been the 3 decks that we could have got out of a GX. But yeah, we went straight to 5Ds, and even the trio is pretty interesting. Maybe they picked the trio because those were the 3 decks that were just played the most for 5Ds.
For those,
Yeah, for like the nostalgia
yeah,
purposes.
plants definitely.
Yeah,
I'd
Plants, the
say,
Black
and
Rose.
Blackwings, yeah.
Because of like, and Blackwing was just like a really good one, and then Stardust for the sake of like,
Yeah,
Stardust
yeah,
like,
yeah.
pretty solid.
The
So
main
maybe that's why they picked it. And then RSD also did get its like structure deck
Right,
a little
right.
bit ago, so that might be why they're like, we should do this, separate the thing.
Plus, like, it would be tough to put the structure deck they're still printing probably in Blue
Yeah.
Eyes
Yeah.
back into another set. It'd be hard to get people to buy it.
Yes, no. But
Yeah,
if
I
it just
don't
did Dark Magician like the year after, it would have just been fine.
I think is like, and I expected it, like you said,
Yeah.
like you were expecting it too.
Yeah, so it's kind of disappointing
Yeah,
to see that. It was
yeah,
it was
definitely.
kind of terrible. Even the Masked Hero too. I think it's just a point at this, like, because there's like quite a bit Masked Hero that they could have just done like a deck for it, like a structure deck for it.
Yeah, and they have before, and it was very successful. The
Yeah,
hero
'cause
deck,
it's
yeah.
a hero, and it actually worked pretty well. Like if you're going back into the game, like for me, I could pick up 3 structure decks and make something of it, and like maybe it won't do so hot like at locals.
Sure.
But it's very playable though, right?
Yeah,
No hand traps or anything, but you do get some pretty good cards that help. And because hero does a lot of pressure, it's decent pressure. I mean,
yeah.
it's not bad. And they could have just done that with Masked Hero. Structure deck that focuses more so around Masked Heroes. I think, yeah, you're right. They did that, right, with the contrast heroes.
Yeah, 'cause that's where Dark Law came out.
Oh, it came in that structure deck.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Shadow Mist.
Yeah.
And Mass Change too.
Yeah.
Those were like the 3
Okay.
new cards. Yeah.
So then, boom, you add more cards, and here's just another.
Yeah.
Like the structure decks needs to be more apparent.
And
bottom line.
I mentioned this too with Stefan last weekend, but like weird timing when I came into the game, there was Fire King structure deck and a Dark World structure deck.
Okay.
And I didn't play Fire Kings, but I did play Dark World. And for me, like that structure deck was huge in getting me into the game.
Yeah.
Because I was playing Dark Magician Slop.
Yeah.
And Chad, Charles, and Deej were like, "Hey, buddy, bought 3 of these, and you might win a game."
Yeah.
And I sure did. I didn't win all my games, but I
Yeah.
won a game. And
Yeah.
then I got the drive to keep playing.
Yeah.
Pulled the Teller Knight card, and then went from there.
Yeah.
So when I came back into the game, similar concept. The decks I had were dated. They still had Vanity's Empty This and them. It was banned at that time. Picked up the new Dark World stuff.
Yeah.
Had the old cards.
Yeah.
So I was rarely bumping my own shit.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see, like, oh, as a returning player, I can pick up a strategy that had new cards without having to learn something entirely from the start.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been, like, I think that's just a better way for people to approach the game.
Yeah.
Than, sure, there's a structure deck, but it's branded. It's fucking complicated for a new player.
Yeah.
So I don't know. A Dark Magician thing seems to me
Yeah.
like a way easier buy-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's just like Blue Eyes is a good way for people to come back. It would have been an easy strat. The cards aren't hard to use. And then it would have just brought more people in. And
Yeah.
like I said, you'd guarantee like someone like me to buy 3 of those
Yeah.
structure decks.
Yeah.
Now I don't think I'm gonna buy a box of the new set. I'm gonna just gauge off the market.
Yeah.
Because I may or may not pull the D mod, right? So why would I spend $90 to may or may not?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else in that set that I want to chase after, right? It is gonna be like a handful of Dark Magician cards, but like I don't think they're all gonna be expensive. I think that some of them are just gonna be ultras and cheap. Like you know how cage is like 50 cents, so
Yeah.
Gaze is probably gonna be like 50 cents to a couple dollars. So
Maybe,
if
hopefully.
the more expensive card is just secret rare, like I'm assuming it's secret, is the fusion monster like the
Yeah.
mod,
Yeah.
then I'll cough up the extra bit for it, like you would for like the Fame Mana or whatever card, and if it's that busted like for pricing, then you just wait till it dies down. People realize
Yeah.
that it's actually not the like almost optimal,
Yeah.
and then get it.
And
So
I might be mistaken, but I'm not actually sure what the rarity system is for maze sets. It might be that Ultra's the highest.
okay,
Even still though,
The
that just
highest.
drives up the price.
yeah,
I like there's collectors obviously and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that, but
Collector Starlight, yeah,
I want to say I'm not sure if there's secrets in the sets.
okay,
I just thought of that right now,
okay,
but I could be dead wrong,
Yeah.
and there are, and then of course this would be a secret.
Yeah.
But even if not, if it's an Ultra,
yeah,
it's still gonna get a secret price tag.
Yeah.
It might just be not as hard to pull.
yeah. The Amulet Trap card, was that one? Because that was a V Jump promo that was secret.
It was, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I wonder if they'll give that to us for the TCG.
Yeah,
Or
so there's
secret.
two V-Jump promos that I noticed. There's the Dogmatica Chaplain, I think it's called.
Okay.
It's a pretty good card. It's like it's kind of fleur-de-lis-esque. I think you can send something from your extra deck to summon something from your grave with equal or less attack.
Okay.
That kind of Dogmatica thing. Pretty cool card. I'm gonna pick one up for sure, but that was also a V-Jump promo.
Yeah.
So it's good, like the speed at which we're getting these V-Jump promos.
Yeah.
Because like Draco Tail players would know, like Spenta came out so long ago. Spoon, the something Magistus,
Yeah.
like a while ago, like when the manga was coming out, I think.
Okay.
We're just getting it in Burst Protocol.
Oh.
So like, and I think there's still like a Sky Striker card that came out like
Oh,
years ago. Camellia, I think it's called.
Okay. Okay.
They still just don't have it here.
Yeah.
I think there's some like legal reasons why. Like
Oh.
V Jump has like a contract with Konami, say, where like they have
Like a window. where
yeah,
They get it first.
it might be like a window thing, or it might be like this is an exclusive to V Jump,
Mhm.
so we don't want it to be reprinted for X amount of time, and then by that time, like maybe it doesn't fit their release schedule,
Yeah.
so then we just never get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of stuff sucks. Man.
Yeah. No, it's so. I mean, it could be like, if it was a secret in that, maybe we get a secret in this. I don't think we'll get more than one secret for Dark Magician cards, personally.
I hope so.
I mean, yeah, it would be nice, but I feel like too much to ask for. Just wait till the mega tins and then we'll get it as rarity bumps.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like you, I'm excited for it, and
look forward to how I can blend it, not with just Primite, but like I said, like
Yeah.
branded would be crazy. I don't know what else yet, but we'd have to like sit down and like consider the other options. But branded is usually a pretty easy one. Because the engine for Dark Magician isn't very big. If anything, it's more so the extra deck is where it's like a lot of Dark Magician stuff.
the big
So,
ones, just
White
going
Warriors.
going into but Demod itself,
Yeah.
and Gaze, I guess more so. The big summons for me are obviously Dragoon, Demod, sure, the new Tamias, and then like Master of Chaos.
Yes, Master Class is huge.
The other Dark Magician fusion, like you mentioned, Dragon Knight, they're a little underwhelming.
Okay.
Even like the Dark Magicians.
Yes.
Um,
Dark Magician is really cracked because every time a Solar Trap is activated, you draw one. And that's like an extra. That's a plus.
Yes.
And it's a chain blockable effect. So you trigger something on board, you can now chain block that. So you pair it with the branded stuff, it can be really, really good.
branded
Right.
fusion chain that so they can't dash.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It can be good. That's what
Yeah.
that one. I know that one is underwhelming at times.
Yeah.
But if that also dies, like if it gets popped,
Yeah.
you get two bodies now.
So okay, so just thinking of initial ratios, that's 5 cards, right?
Yes.
You're playing that as a 1. You're
Yes.
playing Master of Chaos maybe as a 1.
Yes.
Dragoon
Typically
probably
at
a 1.
Yeah.
Then you're playing probably 1 of the Tamias,
Yes.
2 to 3 of Demod,
Really?
right?
You think so? I'm thinking one off rip.
1?
If it's not a pure or like a primite, and you're doing like brand, for example.
Yeah, sure.
I'm thinking one. Because
One?
I'm also thinking links and the other branded fusions. Because you do want your Artemis, you do want your Selene.
Mm-hmm.
Because Selene becomes another way to bring back your spellcasters, which you can bring your Demod from grave right off Selene as well. And because Selene's really easy with the tokens. Anytime for every spell card activated or engrave. Or I think on board or engrave.
Okay, so 1 to 2.
Yeah.
We're at 6 to 7 cards.
Yeah.
That's tight.
It's very.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it's like. But I think the Dragon Knight, if you're doing branded, you can probably cut the Dragon Knight.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Because you don't there's not much.
Well, let's not give them too much of the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, sorry. Go on.
No. It's true though, because like branded, you're not really protecting your back too much.
No.
So you don't have to worry about it because you're just activating them, and then they all just kind of leave anyways.
Yep.
You just want to make sure you just kind of maybe chain block whatever. But if you're doing like the Primite Dark Magician, then yeah.
Yeah. Like, and you brought this up earlier, but this list, like, yeah, absolutely insane.
Yeah, that list has it.
Okay, I'll read it off for you, and then we can get into it that way, I guess.
Oh, and that Necromancer like link, when I pulled it, I know I have it because it came out and said I knew that was gonna be like I looked at it's common. I looked at it and I was like, this could be viable in Dark Magician, and it looks like it is because it's clearly played. And then they have your IPSP, like those staples. They have Imduk, that dragon, that's a link dragon.
The guard dragon?
Yeah. So I don't know what its effects is, but it's a very typical card when I see people try to make Dark Magician work. Okay. But it doesn't have a lot of reprints, so coming across that card is really hard. Gotcha. So I want to get it before it becomes like one of those hard to get cards. Yeah. And then it becomes really expensive. You got your Secretarion. Yep. You have the Fusion Primate monster. Yep. You have the Tamias Fusion. You have the Dragoon Chaos, like the Master Chaos, the Dark Magicians, and you have 2D mod. So I understand the 2D mod here. Yeah. And he's got access code, Celine, the SPIP, and then that Necromancer. Yeah. I think there's like a Necromancer, like the name in there. Yeah. So, with this list, like just looking at it, I completely would agree with it. And if this is 15 cards, then that's fine. It does not have the Dragon Knight fusion. Nope.
Obviously no branded stuff in here. But
no branded because this is a Primite Dark Magician build. Mm-hmm. But if I'm looking at this,
we're at 22. It looks like spell cards, which is that's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Obviously the OCG list. So there's 2 Maxi, 2 call by. So
I was saying that you take out the 2 Maxi and you take out 1 call by, just do 3 full up, and then you have 3 Ash, which is like the only hand trap. Oh, they do have the quick play spell, the fusion. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, is the alt art of that coming out in this? Amazing.
I hope so. I think so. That was shown. Dark Magical Circle also had alt art, and it was cool fucking alt art. Yeah. Like what the fuck? Yeah. That's
it's like because
now it's just your wasting space.
Branded. Yeah.
So lots of actually like reprints here. So
yeah, but the like you have 3 souls.
Yeah.
1 rod, 3 barrel, 3 Dark Magicians. Deck looks so
3
fun.
Dark Magicians is insane. I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Dude.
Not 1 DMG. So like those other routes.
Yeah.
Like the DMG, the bonds between teacher and student.
Yep.
That idea is all out the window then.
It's less Dark Magician, more Dark Magician of Destruction into Tamias.
Yes. I also think because of Maxi is why this deck might have worked, because you can just draw off any summon, right? So unless you can brick, because like dude, if you open 3 Dark Magicians, that's terrible. At least with 3 blue eyes, you can just open like like Ulti Fusion maybe, and then go from there.
Okay, that's like a lot of ifs.
No. But like you can do something with 3 blue eyes.
Yeah.
You can't do any with 3 fucking Dark Magicians. You can go into the Dark Magicians off that, but that's like it. And then maybe into Demon then, sure. Like,
sure.
That's so weird, right? You know what I mean? Like
you could make the new Tamias, because Dark Magician plus a spellcaster or dragon.
Or dragon.
Yeah, I believe it's dragon. Okay. Yeah.
I thought it would have been just dragon.
I'll take a look, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But yeah, no, 3 Dark Magicians in that build is actually insane. But 2 Illusion and Chaos, yeah, that makes sense. 1 Rod, that's fine. Rod, you can. It's a recurrent card. If you have a spellcaster on board, you just tribute a spellcaster, then you get Rod back to hand. If you've activated like an effect of some kind. So that's fine, because I just get like you just tribute like Artemis, or you tribute like if you're just stuck with like a souls on board, then you just tribute your souls. That sort of thing.
Yeah, Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl plus 1 dragon or spellcaster monster.
Okay, that's not too shabby then.
So 3 Dark Magicians is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Different pivot points.
Yeah.
But the extra deck seems very fair, and there's something to play around with, because they have Secretarion. So that's something also to.
Very cool.
Also, like, I mean, that's probably just meta relevant, right, with Secretarion.
Yep.
So if you don't want to run Secretarion, or you don't have it,
it's actually become more than just a Draco Tail mirror card. It's very good into branded.
Yeah.
it creates weird board states
Okay.
where it's like, if you're playing Draco the Branded against a Brand player, it's like, do you want to introduce the Secretarion into the game, knowing that they could make Sanctifier at a minute, and then your own Secretarion, if they pop it, they can summon yours to their side. It's ass, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, what have I done? And then you make a Sanctifier do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like Cold War shit, man. It's like crazy, bro.
Oh fuck! I didn't. Oh okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was playing one online the other day, and I was like, this is fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
we just keep locking each other out of the game, you know?
And like in the past too, when you did mix brand with Dark Magician, like for those people who tried making it work, you didn't run a lot of the card like a branded fusion.
Branded package.
There wasn't a lot of Titanic Lad. There wasn't like you did even Mirror Jade might have been an iffy one. You had Albion and you had Lubellion. So your light target would have been like maybe like Cartesia.
Yep.
Or it would have been like Palladium Mahad. So with Mahad,
it's bad.
it is. Yeah, it's a rough one because
yeah.
Mahad's like a hit or miss because opening him is terrible. Drawing into him is fine because it's a free special.
Yeah.
And then if you attack a dark, it doubles his attack.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. Like in the movie. But the other is having him engrave is another draw off your Soul Servant because it's Palladium or Dark Magician / Dark Magician Girl.
Sure.
So if you have all three engraved, it's 3 draws rather than like your 1 or 2.
Sure. Yeah.
So that was your light target for the fusion summoning. Otherwise, it is like just Cartesia. That's with like Albion, Lubellion, and it was like Sanctifier if you could get Sanctifier at the time because that was just like, hard to get. And then Mirror Jade if you have the space. Then otherwise you had your Artemis, you had your Selene, SPIP, Chaos Angel, Mando, and then Bestial would be in the main deck as well. So that way your Cartesia and Albaz and Dark Magician, DMG, and Raaid as well. These are a bunch of different cards that go into your Chaos Angel. So actually, him not running Chaos Angel is very surprising. Yeah. Because it's easy.
He's worried
to
about
do.
Grizel Prism.
Maybe. Do they even have like is barrier even banned in OCG?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. But regardless, maybe Chaos Angel might just be harder in that build because your 3 and 7 is there's no 4/6.
Okay.
In that deck, it's not as easy because you're only banking off Dark Magician and your Raaid to get you to Chaos Angel, so he's probably less likely to see.
Oh
so
yeah, I'm playing one Raaid, so yeah.
But if you're doing the brand route, then yes, like Chaos Angel is definitely probably your boss monster or one of them. You know what I mean? But
if you don't lock yourself, but yeah.
And then. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Dark Magician can do though when it comes out. I really do look forward to it. The moment it got announced, I was very excited because I would love to. I like the idea that I can have like a playable Dark Magician deck and a playable Blue Eyes deck.
Yes.
Because like it's just cool to be able to switch between the two. Because Dark Magician before the structure deck for Blue Eyes, you just kind of splash it kind of with branded. That's what I brought. Yeah, you can try. That's what I brought to locals. I just couldn't do anything with Blue Eyes because Blue Eyes is like one of those decks that just like it's stuck in its way. Similar to Kaiba,
right?
Whereas you can't really mesh it with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Although Kaiba is a type to just kind of use any powerful card and mix it with Blue Eyes to make it work. So in theory, like Draco Tail and Blue Eyes should be able to like work in a weird, funny way. But I mean, that's not how it translates. Like because he likes to use dragons, right?
Sure.
So even branded in itself could be a weird synergy.
I often see this question posed, like if Joey Kaiba you played today, which decks would they play?
I do
Kaiba
think
would just still play Blue Eyes.
Yes, I think they'd still all be playing their same thing. It'd be a weird.
Joey would be at table 500 trying to make Red Eyes work, bro. That deck sucks.
The thing is he just gets lucky, right? It's all chance. Sure. That's his thing, right?
Yeah.
Right in the Hell anime, like the dice rolls and the coin flips, the time wizards.
Oh my god.
So it's like that's what he banks on, and like because he's like one of the main characters, he gets by.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at it like in today's game, I could see, like if we're looking at the modern decks and the newer stuff, I think Dark Magician with the branded stuff fits the most because you got the dragon and spellcaster mix.
Sure.
And then with Blue Eyes, like probably the Draco Tail stuff or any kind of dragon build. Tempai probably, honestly, in some sick way.
Yeah.
Trident Dragon would be like Blue Eyes ultimate in some sort of weird way instead of Trident Dragon. Anyways, I think that's how I view those three. And then like Red Eyes would be in some sort of whatever coin flip.
Yeah.
Bullshit thing.
Maybe that's a topic for another day. Is how the fuck to fix the Red Eyes awful.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
They need
Like,
to figure out one or the. I think the metal aspect is actually
very
really good.
cool, man. Those cards are
That's
awesome.
probably one of the best ones.
Yeah.
They do produce their Omni-Gates, so they should focus on that.
Yeah.
The metal, red eyes.
Even Flame
stuff.
Swordsman.
Yeah.
Not in the advanced game very much.
But
like,
it's a separate archetype.
oh,
You're talking about just the.
yeah, like I've tried to play it in Genesis. It's still fun.
Yeah.
It's very Tenpai-esque. Like, but it does cool things, especially when you pair it with like the full metal package.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun.
Yeah.
Is it that good? No, but it works sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah,
it works sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's what that's. And
But it's cool because you're playing Flame Swordsman.
Yeah.
And it's like it does Flame Swordsman things.
Yeah.
Red Eyes is kind of like it does a little bit of everything poorly.
Yes. But that's my
so
worry
bad.
with the Dark Magician stuff. Is like if it does things sometimes. You know what I mean? That's my concern with Dark Magician.
But I think that's how these new cards help.
Yeah.
It's because they don't do a lot.
Yeah.
Like
The
Days
plot
of Timaeus is
consistency.
good.
Yeah.
D-Mod is great.
Yeah.
Because it's consistency.
Yes.
Right? You just have to do these two things, summon this guy and have activated a spell,
Yeah.
and you can get into this guy, which gets you into a new way to fuse
Yes.
into a Dark Magician thing. I think is like straightforward
Yeah.
and concise and like consistent.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. It's just a matter of which cards to go into. Because like I said, a lot of the Dark Magician fusion cards are very underwhelming.
Yeah.
With the exception of like obviously like Dragoon.
Yeah.
But having a strategy that hinges around Dragoon is not a playstyle that interests me.
Yeah.
I just don't like Dragoon that much. Like I like it in concept.
Yes.
The playstyle of it doesn't feel very interesting because it just becomes like managing card economy, but not in a way that's like feels
Right.
strategical.
Yes.
It feels just like
I have to just give something up,
yeah,
and that's the other thing. Like that's where it becomes like a dead card.
Yeah.
Once you don't have enough resources,
Mhm.
you just gotta hope that by that point your Dragoon is fucking just strong.
Yeah.
Like can't be overpowered. And that's why it's really hard, especially because there's a maxi. Like there's food the Molcharmies,
yeah.
but then it's like okay now to make Dragoon most optimal, you gotta just run Molcharmies. That's why like Souls gives you the draw factor because you can. So that's why Primite.
That's what
really
I mean,
good.
bro. It's
So
like
the thing with Primite. This is why it makes it really good. It's already a spell card that you activate.
yeah.
Now, if you go barrel, I know that build didn't have, but you go barrel to spirit Mazo field. So that's your field
Send
spell.
Dark Magician.
You send Dark Magician. Now
Yeah.
you already have your dark spellcaster and grave.
Mm-hmm.
That's why making three Dark Magicians makes sense.
Okay.
Because then that way you can just banish that one, get your D-mod. Because I think that's how it works. A special D-mod. You have to use a spell card and then you banish.
Yeah, it's banished from field though.
Oh, banish from field.
Yeah.
Okay. Because then you can't special summon.
The one I found like the most like synergistic is just Diabellstar.
Yeah.
It's like wanted search Diabellstar, summon Diabellstar for free,
Yeah.
and then make D-mod,
Yes.
and then you get a set off of the Diabellstar, which is any of the Sinful Spoil cards that'll say like a level 7 spellcaster, pop everything.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah.
sick.
They're pretty generic
Yeah,
that way. It's
and then
nice.
Susurrus will let you bring back whatever gets banished.
Okay.
So if the what's it called? The Dragoon gets banished as a result of the Timaeus fusion.
Yes.
You can bring it back with Susurrus, and because it was summoned properly, it actually comes back. But I think it's just like I say this as a voice player.
Yeah.
The having now played Draco Tail, playing Malice for a bit, the gameplay style around an Omni Negate as your boss monster feels a bit. I guess for me personally, it just that play style isn't always the most fun. Like I find it actually to be like the most stressful.
Like the fact that your whole game state like planning.
I summon Omni Negate and I use it to control the game.
Yeah.
Is not like that much fun for me anymore.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that because if your focus is to have that Omni Negate on board, it does become stressful. But then if you don't get him out, then it's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's hair pulling almost.
Not even that. It's like you get him out.
Yeah.
Now you have whatever 2 to 3 cards in hand.
Yeah.
You have to spend those negates so
wisely.
Yeah, like so like fiscally responsible
Yeah.
that like you don't even get the feeling of like cool boss monster.
Yes.
It just says no to shit.
Yeah.
Whereas I maybe it's a different conversation about like boss monster design.
Yeah.
Like because I look at like White Binder, maybe not as the boss monster, but definitely like it is part of that Malice kind of combo, for sure. And it was a card that terrorized people, right? Yeah. Let's say like Cryptor is the boss monster, but then like when we got the access code support, like you get A code Talker, which is an Omni Negate.
Yeah.
that card like feels not as fun as like resolving a Cryptor.
Yeah.
Because like Cryptor does the thing your deck does.
Yeah.
Like it banishes a card.
Yeah.
It doesn't negate it. It doesn't but like it's a boss monster in that it can't be negated.
Yeah.
And it does something that like not a lot of cards do. Shuffle something back to non-target banish, right? It's like a pretty powerful effect, but it's not an all-powerful effect.
Yeah.
Same way we talked about like Primite Drill Beam.
Yeah.
Very powerful effect. Very similar to the Echo Docker thing, but it's not like world ending.
Yes.
And it's not an omni, it's a targeting.
Yeah.
So it's a little more balanced.
Yeah.
But when like Skull Guardian, I think is even different than Dragoon, because Dragoon is Dragoon by himself.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to have a way to get to him.
Yeah.
But once he's there, it's just him.
Yeah.
Unless they out him, which is tough to do.
Yeah.
He's just there.
Yeah.
Where Skull Guardian is like, you have to have the face up continuous. You have to have low, and you have to There's like it's a triangle kind of
synergy.
Yeah, that you have to have going, and I don't know. Maybe that's cope on my end, but that feels more rewarding than just like having the Dragoon out.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that like maybe somewhere down the line there's a like even Tamiris Dragon, the Fusion Dragon, I think is a more interesting boss monster than Dragoon because it's just unaffected.
Yeah.
But it's not like game ending.
Yes.
It's just very good.
Yes.
Because having something that's unaffected gives you like, a level of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But lets you like attack for game.
Yeah. Which
feels better than like I just negated everything you did till he scooped.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I killed the motherfucker, man. Like I beat him over, I don't know. Dragoon just I guess is itself like particularly Dragoon like doesn't interest me all that much.
No, that's fair.
Even though it's really good.
When I got back into the game and I saw Dragoon, I just thought it was quasi nostalgic.
Oh, absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
Design, whatever, is cool, and
yes.
the Omni Negate was cool. So my thing with Dragoon was, though, I always thought is like you never just had enough resources to make it the most optimal.
Yeah.
And it's like because you do have to burn through a lot of resources with Dark Magician, and if you pair it with any other like deck, then it also becomes like it becomes a lot of resources you're using. So you also may just end up with like no
one
cards
card
in hand or one card in hand.
Dude, the worst is like Dragoon, and they activate something, and the one card you have is like Ash.
Exactly.
So then you're like, yeah, I could negate it, or I could just use the Ash.
Yeah,
it
does the same thing, right?
Yeah,
so I'm wasting an Omni Negate on an Ashable card.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, like what does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a once per turn, like that negate.
Mm-hmm.
So I never saw it as like but it's a negate and destroy, and it like gets 1,000 attack. So like those like the level of it is why it's like good, and then in addition to it's like pop effect based off the amount of normal monsters used. So like that's like just it's more of a really good turn 3 card than like you end on like turn 1 with it, and then it's like okay, it's kind of cool.
Yes, maybe that's what like I think its pop effect is much cooler and thematical than the negate effect. The negate effect feels kind of slopped on. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I don't know, make it better, give it an Omni Negate. Yeah. Was like the bird effect is actually like Red Eyes themed.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then rewarding you for playing normal monsters feels the way a Dark Magician deck should be. Yeah. Like Primite, whatever. Yeah. But it's not often you can actually make it that way because Red Eyes Fusion is a bad card.
It is because you're canceling.
Exactly.
That's why it's like a floodgate on you. Again, it's like nostalgia card support with terrible writing to balance it.
Yes.
Like, Not again.
Which is like, and this is all circling back for me anyways, is that like you can avoid that problem when you put it in a structure deck.
Yes.
Because then you're aiming for it to be playable at the lowest level and at the highest level.
Yes.
Which means when you create the cards, you're already allowing for that balance instead of like releasing something and be like, oh, this isn't too powerful. So let's put all this crazy like self-destruct buttons on them. And then they don't age well, right? Whereas I feel like most structure decks age pretty well.
Yes.
Even like last year they were reprinting the Lightsworn structure deck from like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Not that it's like good and playable, but that it's still a product that they're like
sellable. Yeah,
that they're like proud to put on shelves again or have financial incentive of like reprinting the set again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just so shocked it wasn't structured, but it's fine. Whatever, we'll get over it. But I'm excited to see what people cook up, what we cook up, all that stuff.
Yeah, very excited. I look forward to playing the deck all together.
Yeah. Anything else you got for the pod?
No, that's everything for me.
All right. Well, thanks for checking it out. Make sure you check out those matches. They're coming out soon, or they should be already out at the time of this video. Fingers crossed everything goes well. Check out our other pod episodes. Check out our vlogs. We got some cool vlogs on the channel.
Yeah.
And make sure you like the video and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Deuces.